Morning. How are y'all? We've started. I'm going to take a different approach. I obviously don't know any of you. You don't know me. You couldn't pick me out on the sidewalk if somebody said, hey, there's $10 billion that will be deposited in your account if you can find Cody Taylor in the mass population of Texas. But I'll put it to you this way. You either own your own business or you work for somebody. We're on either side of the playing field, right? My deal is that if you're the owner, somebody comes to you with an initial problem, or a government agency comes to you and says you're going to be closed down in weeks if you don't correct this, how fast do you fix it? Instantly? Is it a process? I guarantee you they ask for the process. And if you're the person that works for that individual and your job's at stake and the way that you're going to support your family and your lifestyle, you would want answers, just like anybody else. And I know this is very trying for anybody to hear all the bad. There is some good. I hold a letter from y'all. Private reprimand. You may not think that that's anything special, but to me it is. It's a reprimand. Here's the problem. The judge that was privately reprimanded was funded by my tax-paying dollars. There should not be an individual that's a public elected official with taxpayer funds that should be privately reprimanded for this is minimal compared to what was filed, but violating what they took an oath and they signed to do. Can't stress it enough. So what can we fix? Here's the opportunity. I don't say failure, but here's the opportunity. Transparency is the first thing. You go on your website right now, you are lacking in anybody that's been reprimanded. We can't find it. I can't find this reprimand under private or public. Investigations mandatory that actually move past the first section of process, which is what y'all dismiss, needs to be a phone call to the complainant. You got to take the time to understand where they're coming from. Notice how many people are here for family court issues. Do you know how complex that gets? If you haven't been a part of it, I implore you to go sit in a family courtroom. Efficiency and delays. What can you fix? That should be a small process to what's today. There's been several things that's been stated. The other is accountability. And then the last thing that I'm going to put in there is that the judge in my case was finally recused. Not because he violated 105 or 104 or 107 or 681 or all the codes that none of y'all probably understand or know, but because he violated the portion that he was sworn to uphold once he retired, which was he was in a complaint process and didn't divulge that. I had to get him removed. Y'all didn't. Opportunity. What's the opportunity? If this was your business, and I point to you, but I'm pointing to all. If this was your business, 10 seconds. If this was your business and this is the only way that you could provide, would you take the time today or would you push it to the next person that gets put in front of you? Thank you for your time.